So we've pretty much finished our header area, so we might as well get started on the body. And the first thing we're going to put in here is a div. And this is going to be a standard div, and we're going to give it a class of main content. So we'll close that div, and we'll give it a closing div tag as well. Now I'm going to actually add in a comment here, and this is something that anybody who would have seen the previous tutorials that I did, I always add in comments at my closing div tags, just so I know what div tag that corresponds to. So we'll spread that out, give ourselves a little bit of room. And what I want to do is I want to add another div in here, and this one is going to be another div with a class, but we're going to give it a class of content. So we'll close that div tag, and we'll again give it its comment and its content. So we'll give ourselves a bit more room there, and we'll save our project up to now. So what I've done is I've gone ahead in here and I've created two rules, one for our main content, and it's we're going to give it a line height of 25 pixels. And the second rule I've created is for our content, and we're giving it a width of 70%, and we're floating it to the left. So again, we're sticking with our percentages right here rather than our pixel sizes. And as I said, the line height, I just want to spread the text out a little bit. I don't like text that's bunched up on top of itself. So inside of our content div, we're going to add another div, and this one is a new HTML5 element as well, and it's an article tag. Now this article tag we're going to give a class as well, and we're going to give it a class of left content. So this is going to be the stuff that's on the left hand side of the page. So we'll give that as class. And we may as well continue the trend and style that while we're at it, so we'll save that, and we'll go back in and we'll create the rule for our left content. And again, it's a class, so it starts with a period. So our first rule for our left content is going to be a background color attribute. So we'll go ahead and create that. Now I want this to be a white background, so it's going to be 3Fs, hashtag 3Fs. Okay, so I've gone in and added a few more rules in here. So the first one that I've added is margin top of 2%. So we want that to have a bit of space between it and the element above it. I've given it a border radius of 5 pixels. Now again, we're going to add our other browser additions to this as well. So border radius of 5 pixels, and all the four corners are going to be 5 pixels. I've given it a box shadow of again 0 pixels, and 9 pixels. So that means it's going to be displaced. It's going to be displaced 0 to the right, 0 to the horizontal and vertical, which means that it's basically going to be the entire thing is going to have a shadow around it, and there's going to be 9. It's going to be 9 pixel of depth, and the color of it is going to be AAA, which is going to be a dark. Again, our border is going to be 1 pixel solid, and we're using our RGBA color coding again with a transparency of 72%. We have padding of 2% around the entire thing to pull whatever text is in it away from the edge of it. And what I've done is I've given it a temporary height just so we can see what it looks like when we do upload it to the browser. So if we save that, and we save the source code as well, and we'll upload both of those to the browser, and if we go back in and refresh that, we have our first element here, our left content element. And as I said, I've given it a temporary height of 400. So what's going to determine the height of this is the content that's within it.